Podcast.
Hi everyone. So this is actually episode 6 and it is the second part of our chat about mental health. So the first part is in episode 5. Make sure to listen to that first before listening to this or else some of the parts will not make sense. Alright, enjoy. My parents don't really pressure me to have certain grades or be in a certain university or reach a certain standard when it comes to grades and whatnot. But I have those standards for myself. And it's okay, in primary, I was one of the, I guess, not top students, but in the class I would rank 5 and above. And, I just was labeled as one of the smart students. And then now I feel like I'm very average and I'm okay, I'm fine. I'm trying to be fine with that because there's nothing wrong with being average. It's just that I want to prove to myself that I can actually do the things, achieve what I want to achieve. And I do try to have those standards be reasonable most of the time. And if I don't reach them, I get disappointed in myself. But yeah, there are also other pressures and expectations from adults that I don't want to or cannot achieve. So
I think for meeting the standards adults have for me is not necessarily educational. I mean, it's not, my parents don't exactly want me to get a full score. But I have standards for myself, and my standards, I would say, is pretty high because, like Eugene said, when I was in primary, it wasn't exactly a big school, but I was one of the top people in the grade. And then now when I look at myself, I feel disappointed, like it says over here. And the next person, honestly, I overwork myself, then I look what I've done, and I'm so disappointed in it. According to my parents, I am, quote, normal. And I mean, not normal. I'm not saying that I'm normal, but just average in terms of grades. And I feel that is an understatement because I worked so hard to get the grades that I have now.
Yeah.
And for me, the subjects that I get is
they're really hard.
What's it called? They're really hard for me. But then they just say that I'm just an average student, which deteriorates my mental health. Okay.
Yeah, it demotivates people.
And what is the person? How do you cope with it? I listen to music or talk with friends. Yeah, I think you should not focus on the standards adults have for you. Just focus on the standards you have for yourself and what you think is good for you.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you make your standards and then make sure that you reach them and feel proud for yourself.
Yeah.
Not just because you are wishing for other people's approval. Okay, next.
Okay. The next one just said all of those listed, so the ones that we had in the question, such as procrastination, overworking, blah, 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 judgmental, failure mindset. Okay. And how they cope.
This is the one that we discussed just now, comparing oneself to others, failure mindset, dependent on other people's happiness, others for personal happiness. Wait, what is this? Dependent on others for personal happiness.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
If you're not around that person, you won't feel happy. Or if that person has maybe other friends, that person is your friend, and then they have other friends and they're not hanging out with you, and you're I'm really sad and I cannot ever be happy. Very simple
First of all,
way of saying it.
You shouldn't depend on other people for your personal happiness. You should do things for yourself to make yourself happy. And not depend on other people. Because other people are other people and they prioritize themselves first, just like you should prioritize yourself first.
Yes,
so
very well said.
Maybe do things that you like for yourself, make yourself feel confident, make yourself feel happy.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Comparing oneself to others. I compare myself to people a lot, academically, which is not the best. But other than that, I don't think I compare myself that much. It's not like I compare as like, I don't think it I don't think I apply it or associate it with my self-worth. It's just I want to see like, oh, this person can do that, why can't I, you know? But then like now everyone's taking different subjects, and I should just focus on mine and try.
And I think it's helpful that everybody has different subjects because we have our own passion to work on and the subjects that we actually want to work on.
Yeah.
So you set your own standards for yourself.
So it's not like, me and...
For the fourth person... Sorry, continue.
Okay. It's not... Okay, yeah, it's just like, it's not me and this really, really smart person who's like almost good at every subject. And I'm just good at like, for example, 2 or 3 subjects. And then I just compare myself constantly to that person. And I'm like, well, they are worth a lot more than me. I try not to do that. And I don't think I'm doing that as much anymore now than I used to, like when I was in grade maybe 9 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For the fourth person just now, it says, the person said, I feel like it's not enough and I failed myself and everyone around me, and the cope, we forgot to mention how they cope with it. It says, my only real coping mechanism is that I have is singing, or I'll write and work on some rambles for my journal. And on very rare occasions, I'll call someone.
Yeah, those are some good coping mechanisms. Find something you enjoy and do that if you can. Write. I feel like writing helps a lot. Something I do is voice memo entries. So like when I feel something or I don't know what I'm feeling, but I don't feel good, I just ramble to my phone like right now, but much more personally and less structuredly. Yeah.
For myself, I rarely write down what I'm going through. I just think of it in my mind and then I forget about it like a few minutes later. And then
Writing, okay, yeah, writing does help, but I feel like writing is so slow. My mind goes really fast and my hand goes slow when I'm talking about like my personal feelings and like stream of consciousness. But when I talk, it's a lot faster and it's a lot like more straightforward, I guess, and it feels less awkward. But whatever works for you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, for the one that says all of those listed, they said, I journal and listen to music. Music is good. I like music.
Yeah, music does help. Okay.
Okay, next person says, I would say procrastination and how you cope with it. I make a schedule for myself. Okay, this is already discussed.
Yes, that is basically Jessica. Did you answer this form for yourself?
No, I didn't answer anything.
Yeah, same. Okay. Next is 1. Even a small argument between my parents sends my mind down in the dumps. 2. Not finishing my work on time due to procrastination. So we've talked about the procrastination one. So the argument between parents. This is a very touchy subject in my opinion because we don't know a lot about... We don't even know who this person is, right? So we don't know how their parents are, obviously, and how their relationship is with their parents. But, I guess I'll just speak a little bit for myself. My parents used to argue a lot. I feel like they have improved and that they have not argued as much, or like they are trying to be more tolerant and be more like find a compromise more often nowadays, and like in these past few years, compared to like when I was really little. But I can somewhat relate to that. So I wouldn't get to like, okay, I don't know where I'm going with this, but your parents' problems, if it's between them, it is not your problem, and it is not your responsibility to quote unquote fix their relationship, because it is just not your problem, you know? It's
Wait,
not
is
something,
this
it's
a
not your
small
responsibility.
argument with parents or just between the parents?
Yeah, that is also another thing that I wasn't sure of. Yeah, I was
Okay.
saying, like, if it's between your parents, you know? If it's between you
Okay.
and your parents, um, I don't know where to go with this, but it's really hard because it's like the problem could be just you, just them, or I'm not accusing anything, but I'm just like saying the possibilities. It could be just you, just them, or both of you, you know? So it's how they cope is by meditation and listening to music and talking it out with a friend, preferably online. That is really good because, yes, I used to talk to my friends a lot when I have these situations. And meditation is really nice. You can calm yourself down and be present. Listening to music also is a good distraction, I feel like. But if you want to like have a like if your parents are if this is possible, talk with your parents when they are not in a bad mood and talk about the things you want to talk about and the things you need to talk about if they are okay with that and if you can do that and if you are comfortable with doing that as much as possible.
Or if it's just not possible, then this is a touchy subject. I'm just gonna say that maybe talking it out with a friend is nice.
Yeah.
Sir, I would say recommend talking it out with a counselor, but myself, I don't do that. Or like most people I know don't do that because they're scared.
If you have if you are comfortable with it and if you have a trustworthy counselor, school counselor maybe, you can talk it out. And you can also talk with your friends, clearly, obviously. I mean, if you have good friends. All right,
Okay,
the
the
next
next one.
one is
Me. I haven't
yeah,
read
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next one is I used to make self-deprecating jokes, and now I make self-agonizing jokes, which unironically have helped. I also currently procrastinate so much and am overly judgmental of myself if I fail to accomplish what I've set to do, or if I disappoint others. Gotta work on that. Blah, blah. And then how he copes with it is, as I said before, self-agonizing jokes, also listening to music, painting, drawing, anything creative really. And also hanging out with friends, and this trick I made for myself that whenever I catch myself thinking very negatively, I rationalize the whole thing until I realize it's not as big as I think it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess that this person have already solved the self-deprecating jokes. Don't make self-deprecating jokes on yourself.
Make them on
Self-agonizing
other
jokes.
people. I'm kidding.
Yeah, self-agonizing jokes, make it on yourself. Self-deprecating jokes, make it on other people. Okay.
No, I mean, okay. If you're used to making self-deprecating jokes and you take them like, and deep down you know that it's actually like you think that way,
Like,
make
don't take it
self-aggrandizing jokes.
seriously. Yeah.
But
Jokes
like,
are
okay,
for joking, not for
yeah, for
feeling bad for yourself.
yeah.
I also currently procrastinate so much and am overly judgmental of myself if I fail to accomplish what I've set to do or if I disappoint others. We discussed this earlier.
Yes. So yeah, fail to accomplish. Yeah. Okay. That's relatable.
This person said, the trick that I've made for myself is whenever I catch myself thinking very negatively, I rationalize the whole thing until I realize it's not a big deal, as I think it is.
That's
That
very
happens
good.
a lot.
Good job. I still have a hard time to.
It's not necessarily a good job, but like, what if it's a big matter and they
True.
yeah.
But if it's like very negatively of yourself and it's
Oh yeah.
not,
If it's not
not.
like a really bad, like if you're thinking negatively of yourself, then it's good to think that it's not good to think negatively
Yeah.
of yourself.
Yeah.
But if there's like a specific situation that is bad or negative and you just make it an understatement, then it's not good. Gotta talk it out.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I have a hard time doing that though, like self-talking myself out of the negativity. I'd rather not think about it too much and do other distractions, and I'll feel better. But again, whatever works for you, that's cool. And hanging out with friends, listening to music, painting, drawing, anything creative. Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Next.
So the next one is a really short answer. Insomnia, and then how you cope is copium.
What is copium?
So copium is a fictional drug because it's the combination of cope and opium, which is a drug, and it's a fictional drug that Twitch chat refers to use to cope with the loss of failure on stream. So it's like, for example, the streamer lost in a game, and then they'd be like, how do I deal with this? Oh no. And then they'd be like, copium or something. I've never experienced this while watching Twitch. But anyways, I don't think, okay, I know that is not how you cope with insomnia. But see, I know the person who answered this because when I asked, right? When I asked, there was like one response, and then that person was like, okay, yeah, I'll fill it in. And then there was one response being added. So I know who it is. And it's, okay, it's a meme. The insomnia part, I don't know. I don't experience insomnia, I think. Maybe like to a certain extent, I do have a hard time falling asleep sometimes, and then sometimes I can't stay asleep. Yeah. Do you have anything to say? I don't know how to cope with insomnia.
For insomnia, I don't think that I have insomnia, but like maybe I make insomnia for myself. I don't know. So the thing is, if it's like a hard day, every day is a hard day anyways. If it's like I'm very busy during the day, I have like this escape mechanism where like before I go to sleep, there is like this scenario that I imagine, like where my life is perfect and I don't have to work hard, or just what I think my life should be after I go through high school or something like that. It's just like, I don't know, it's an escape mechanism because I don't have to think about my worries or stuff like that. And sometimes that takes up 2 hours of my sleep just thinking about it. So I don't recommend it.
Yeah. Okay. But you close your eyes while doing that?
Yeah, it's like sleeping
So it's like,
and imagining what happens, and then until you fall asleep, like literally.
wow. Okay. So according to NHS, how you can treat insomnia yourself is to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. 2, relax at least 1 hour before bed. That is very hard for students, I feel like. For example, take a bath or read a book. Okay. 3, make sure that your bedroom is dark and quiet. Use curtains, blinds, an eye mask, or earplugs if needed. And 4, exercise regularly during the day. So I guess that will like make you tired and make your body more, I don't know, regulated, and then it'll make you sleep better. But yeah, we don't have any, I guess, good personal coping mechanisms for that. Okay.
Okay. Next, the person's bad habit is procrastination, and comparing oneself to others, and how they cope with it is, I just always keep in mind my end goal after high school and always try to see how I have personally improved and not in comparison to others. That is good.
Yes. The personally improved part, yeah, that is good. I feel that with ballet because I compare myself, and I just think about like, well, when I was 6, I couldn't go on point. biologically, physically, mentally, and emotionally, but now I can. Okay.
Yes, sometimes, or like if you don't have, if you can't think of ways that you have personally improved, make sure to mentally cartwheel to find something that you have personally improved on, and don't compare
Mentally
yourself to
cartwheel?
others because everybody is different.
I've never heard that one before, mentally cartwheel. Okay.
Stephanie Sue says it a lot. Mental cartwheels.
I don't... Okay.
Okay.
Next.
You read.
I would say all of the above, and also the fact that I use too much escapism. The fact that I'm self-aware also makes it a little to a lot worse in terms of affecting my mental health. The self-aware part, I agree, because I feel like when I was up till I was like in grade 8, I feel like mid-grade 8, I was very not self-aware, and that made me a horrible person, in hindsight. But
Self-aware of what? Self-aware of what?
Of myself, like how I was acting or approaching people, yeah, or like talking, I guess. But at the time, I didn't have any like thing that I had to worry about, I guess. I just like lived in the moment. So the self-aware part is you win some, you lose some. So, yeah.
Okay. What does it mean to use too much escapism?
Maybe it's like, I don't want to assume, but what I'm thinking of right now is like romanticizing your life or like imagining your life. Which is basically what Jessica did. Yeah, but like, I'm not sure if it's that. And then how they cope is, I just play games or watch a content creator on Twitch or YouTube. It helps with preventing my mental health to go down too far. Yeah, the watching content creator thing, agreed. Yeah, that distracts me and that puts me in a good mood, generally speaking. So,
For recently, I don't go on social media a lot. I used to like watch YouTube a lot and content creators. I don't play games on Twitch or watch content creators on Twitch, but now I don't do that a lot. Most of my attention is on Wattpad.
Jessica's like late.
I don't know. It just amazes me on how, I don't know, when I read Wattpad and then I look like at all the vocabulary and the way that they write, and then I can tell this one 20-year-old write one, and then I look at another, this one 10-year-old write. What kind of writing is this? Like, I don't know. It just amazes me how people can write really good writings.
I was in my Wattpad phase when I was in grade 7. A lot of Harry Potter fan fiction. They weren't that weird, the ones that I read.
Oh, remember your Harry Potter fan fiction?
Oh my gosh, yes. It wasn't Harry Potter, it was Voldemort.
What was the name of that?
It wasn't... Okay, I don't know the name anymore at all. I think it's like Voldemort origin story or something like that. An origin story. And it was basically about how Voldemort lost his nose. The whole thing was a meme. We thought it was so funny.
Maybe we should make a Harry Potter episode.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
What was it? Okay, next one.
The next one, I am unable to show anger, and then how do I cope with it? Sleep. I'm completely opposite of the I am unable to show anger. I show anger 90% of the time.
I mean, yeah, it's not that I'm unable, I just don't get angry too much. You know, I mean, yeah, I try not to be angry, and I'm not usually angry, you know, that's not my default mode, but I feel like when I'm angry, I'm able to, okay, we're just like, oh, you're depressed? I'm not depressed. I'm sorry.
It's just that because we are not in this situation, we don't know how to help you.
Yeah, maybe, I've never encountered this before.
I don't know. I am unable to show anger. Is that supposed to be a positive or negative thing?
I mean, I guess it's somewhat positive to other people, but then it's negative to yourself because you're suppressing it, is what I'm guessing.
A recommendation that I would do is practice on your friend.
What? What do you mean? Like,
it says I am unable to show anger, so this person is probably thinking that they want to show anger. So practice makes perfect.
Okay.
Or just
I
like
can't
if you're
think of anything
suppressing your
else,
anger,
so...
vent to your friend or vent by writing.
Yeah. Maybe like talk to yourself in the mirror, like actually speak out loud. Maybe that would help. I don't know. It depends.
Getting angry at yourself.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
but not about yourself. Like, about what you're angry about. Like, if you're angry about you unable to show anger, then I don't know how to help. But
Yeah, don't
like,
get angry to
if
yourself.
you're angry
Just
for
go
about
to the
like,
mirror and say, Patricia took my pencil today and forgot to return it.
yeah. So
And
if you're
then,
like angry at someone or at a teacher or something, then you should like try that. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Yeah, teachers give out the best anger in us. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Next.
Overworking procrastination, really judgmental of myself. I compare myself to others. I don't keep in touch with my emotions in a healthy way.
Okay.
We already talked about this, except that I don't keep in touch with my emotions in a healthy way. So how do you keep in touch with your emotions?
I don't
know.
know if I do. I'm like trying my best to be self-aware, not just how I act around people, but also to myself, like what I'm feeling, what I'm doing. And I hate it when I don't know how I feel because I feel that often. Is that weird? Like for example, I feel overwhelmed, but I don't know why, or I feel sad or down, but I don't know why. I don't know. What do you mean by okay? Emotions. There are positive and negative emotions. I only am like, I only try to analyze my emotions when I'm feeling negative emotions and not positive emotions because when I'm happy or like when I'm excited, I don't think too much about it. I just like am happy at the moment, you know. So, keeping okay. Hold on, let me keeping in touch with emotions. Okay. It says how to get in touch with your emotions or feelings. Name the emotions you experience. Okay. Yeah, so like if you're feeling sad or bored or happy or grateful, you should like recognize that. Try to recognize it.
I guess if you don't keep in touch with your emotions, then like write it down. What you feel, because it would just be weird to talk to other people and say, I feel happy. And like express it down in your like notebook or something.
But also just know like if you feel
the way that they cope with it.
The way that they cope.
Okay,
Listen to wait, hold on. Right? Listen to music, bottle things up,
Listen to
hair
music,
change.
bottle things up, hair change.
Okay.
Don't bottle things up.
Yeah, don't bottle things up. Try to recognize those feelings and just know that it's fine. It's okay if you don't know what you're feeling. For example, you're feeling bad or like not happy, but you don't know why. That is okay. I mean, try to think about it, but don't be like, what is wrong with me, you know, because I think about that a lot and I don't like it
either.
either.
Don't think about it. Don't like keep in touch. I mean, don't bottle it up, but also don't look at your emotions in a way that this is like bad to think, bad to have these emotions.
Yeah, basically. Listen to music, that's good. Hair change, I don't do that, but I can see, I guess, why that helps. I think it's a fun and harmless way to cope, so,
Yeah, I think it helps distract yourself from stuff.
Okay, next is not maximizing my time wisely, panicking when tasks pile up. This is basically procrastination.
That's procrastination.
Or, yeah, not managing your time wisely. Not maximizing, actually. So, yeah. I mean, Yeah, try to do that. This isn't very helpful advice because you're just like, procrastinate. Just don't. No, it's not like that. But basically, try to find ways because there are a lot of resources where you can search like different ways to schedule, different ways to stay organized, to stay productive, but don't like burn yourself out either. Yeah, manage your time wisely and try to balance things out. Uh, and when you, I guess, procrastinate, try to think of when you felt panic, when your tasks pile up and you aren't able to finish it on time. Try to think of that, and you wouldn't want to feel that anymore, right? So you should think like, okay, I don't want to be panic and like frantic anymore because of my tasks piling up. So I should just do it as soon as possible.
Okay, and the way this person copes with it is making a to-do list to get a clear goal of what they should be doing for the day and what tasks can be done another day. And they are currently trying their best to journal every day and be grateful for the things that they can and have accomplished.
Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, keep doing that, maintaining that method.
Okay. The next person says procrastination, blaming self all the time.
Okay, we've talked about this, but the coping mechanism is eat ice cubes, which is a worse habit, but what can I do?
I don't know how it relates. Eat ice cubes.
Maybe eat ice cream instead? I don't know.
Don't eat ice cubes. Eat ice cream.
Or drink water, drink cold water.
Yeah, or eat gum if you're chewing the ice cubes. That's not good. Eat gum.
Yeah.
I mean, chew gum, not eat it. Don't swallow it.
Okay.
The next segment is for our personal bad habits and how we cope with it. Okay, Eugene, go.
Okay, so I listed down some things. So thinking everyone actually dislikes me. This is a problem that I have and I'm trying to currently get rid of because it's very annoying. And every time, not every time I meet a new person or even not a new person, I just think like they don't like me. They don't actually like me. And I don't know, even with like friends who I'm not super close with, I'm just like they're just talking to me because they need to and like they're in the same class with me and they don't actually like me even if that's not the truth. I don't know. I want to get rid of that. And then fear of the future, which is not really a habit, but I fear it a lot, the future, and I hate uncertainty. I hate it. I don't like it. Um, but I also like freedom, so I don't know where I'm going with this. But that is, I try to cope with that by, I guess, preparing, and what I'm referring to is like university, the future, where I want to go, and whatnot. Yeah. So I try to research, and it's like it's kind of weird because like when I don't research, I feel scared and I feel worried and that I'm underprepared. But then when I do research, I'm like, yeah, I'm prepared. What am I scared of? Okay, anyways. But that lasts for like 2 minutes. Anyways, next, overly judgmental over oneself sometimes. I'm trying to get over that and I think it's working. There's progress. I can tell. It's better than when I was in like grade 9. So we're going somewhere. Feel like if I'm not entertaining, nobody likes me. Feel like if I'm trying to be too entertaining, I appear like a tryhard. So this is in social situations where I feel like not my purpose, but I want to like be involved and I guess quote unquote be entertaining even though that's not my job. to, like, not my responsibility to entertain others. I just want to do that because I feel like it's, like, more fun, and like, it engages other people. But
I think for me, in those situations, I'm not trying to entertain other people because I'm not the entertaining type. I'm just the, hi, what's your name type. I'm not the one that talks a lot. Okay, I'm not saying that I don't talk a lot because my friends would say otherwise. But for meeting new people, I'm not the approachable type, which is bad in social situations.
yeah, apparently, okay, according to some people, I'm not approachable, but I am willing to approach. So, I don't know. Some people say that I don't seem approachable, which,
What
like,
about me? Do I seem approachable?
not really, to be honest. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like,
Wait, what? Why am I not approachable?
like, if someone doesn't know you at all, and, like, for example, it's a new student, right? And they want to ask you a question. It's like, it seems kind of scary because, like, okay, like, not comparing you, but, like, if you see Priscilla is literally not comparable, but
Oh my god, Priscilla.
Priscilla seems, like, very approachable because I don't know why. Maybe it's her aura, or, like, her, like, when you see her, it's like a safe option, you know?
Yes.
When it comes to, like, maybe you or me or, like, some other people, it's like, are they,
Imagine
like,
Almia.
judgy or not, you know? So it's like, okay, that's that.
Okay.
Okay, next on my list is wanting to have the mindset of, I don't care what people think about me, or of me, but if a person ever dislikes me, I will feel like everyone would dislike me.
I don't understand what this sentence
It's
means.
pretty self-explanatory. So it's like, okay, I don't want to care about the people who dislike me. Like, it's like, oh, they don't like that I don't know, like, that I seem rude or something. I don't want to care about that because they don't know me, you know, personally, and they don't know what I'm actually like, and they're just judging me. But then, if they don't like me, I feel like a lot of people would perceive me that way, and then it would be my fault and not their problem. You get it?
So you're saying you don't want to care about what other people think about you, but then if they do ever dislike you, you don't want them to dislike you.
Yeah. And I don't like that. I'm trying to get over that because it doesn't, like, the world doesn't revolve around me, and I need to not care as much. Yeah. Okay. And then the last one is fear of rejection. I don't really have much to say about this. It's just like, it's not the rejection itself. It's like about anything. Okay. It's like how I would feel about myself after a rejection. For example, I would maybe in the future apply for a job or an internship, and then for some reason they accept another person who has similar qualifications as me, but I got rejected. And I'll be like, of course, I'll be like, oh man, but, like, the rejection itself is fine. I can go find another job, right? But the feeling after the rejection is like, I'm worthless. Nobody needs me. I'm useless. I don't know what I will do with my life now. And I don't like that. I fear that. I don't want to feel that. I mean, I'm sure nobody wants to, but it just comes, like, almost naturally to me when I get rejection from something that would mean a lot to me. Okay, that's all. Oh yeah, how I cope. Nap or sleep. Naps help a lot, especially when I'm overwhelmed or burnt out by schoolwork. Hot showers. Music. Listening to music.
Hot showers are
watching
good.
Twitch or YouTube. Yeah, they are. And then it's like you're washing all your troubles away. Okay. And then listen to podcasts. Podcasts are fun. Voice memo entry, like I said earlier, or in the previous episode, I guess. Yeah, I basically just ramble to my phone, and Talk. Okay. Jessica, your turn.
Okay. So for my bad habits, I'm pretty sure that I have procrastination, but I just don't think of it as much because thinking about it will just make me stressed, and who cares about that? I have fear that I won't be able to satisfy people's expectations. I don't know what to say about this. Hold on, let me think. I won't be able to satisfy people's expectations because I like to set high standards for myself, and I don't think that I'll be able to reach it, which relates to my second fear that I'm not good enough. Because I'm often told that I am just average and that I am not as good as other people by people that I'm close to, so that just makes me sad. Next, overthinking every single situation. I'm pretty sure everybody overthinks, but it's not as much as I overthink of myself. How do I say this? Like, for example, if there's a new student in class, this is like a scenario, for example, and I will wonder if I say hi, then what if they like if I say hi, then it would be weird, but then if I say hello, it would be even more weird because they think that I'm so formal, or if I say sup, then it would just be awkward, or like I will literally go through all like these different ways of saying hi, and then I was wondering, what if they don't like me, or what if they find someone better than me, or for example, remember when I said to you when you go into a new class, a new grade, then you have to find yourself a seating partner. If you don't find yourself a seating partner, then you won't be able, because that seating partner is sort of like your permanent friend, your permanent seating partner. And then, so if the teacher asks you to make groups, then you can get another pair to go with each other, and then 4 people. But then if you sit alone, it'll be so lonely. So yeah, I don't know. That fear comes from my grade 7 and grade 8 because I didn't have a seating partner. Okay, it's so sad. Anyways, worrying about the future. Yeah, I don't really worry about the future that much anymore because I don't want to think about it and stress myself. There's no point in worrying about the future. Introvert, the one that I mentioned earlier about making most of my time and wanting to stay inside the house even though I should make most of my time outside because I don't want to waste my life away. But then again, because I'm an introvert, or because I am the way that I am, I don't want to go outside because I feel like it just makes me feel tired or stressed. Body image. Yeah, body image. I wanted to say I would say that I am healthy in the BMI, but I am healthy in the BMI, in the middle of the normal BMI. But according to some people, I'm not, quote, skinny.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I have a lot of things that are in physically, in my physical body image that are problems. Yeah.
According to
and it just
people.
makes me sad because people like to tell me that I'm not good enough in terms of body image. Anyways, and then for my...
Which is like, what is your right
how do
to
I
comment
cope?
on other people's bodies? Okay, go on.
Uh-huh.
I'm just pissed. Okay. Yeah.
And how do I cope with it? I block it out of my mind. It's unhealthy, but I don't know, for some reasons when I have like these like traumatic experiences, I just go to sleep, or like I take a shower and I forget about it, and it's just I don't know if that's supposed to be helpful or not helpful, but it's just how I cope with it. I like to block it out of my mind and have those scenario thingies that I told you guys previously about. The one, like for example, I said that I overthink a lot. So usually before I sleep, then I would think of different ways that are perfect for different situations, and then I picture it up in a scenario. I should be a writer anyways.
Yes, you should. You
Okay,
should write.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I should write. I wanted to write a Wattpad story, but then I'm still thinking about what I should write about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know how to close this. What do we do after we're done with the segment? Do we tell a joke? I prepared a joke, but is that not appropriate for this episode? I don't know. Okay. Should we do with a joke or not?
I have
Closing
a
statements
joke
about mental health.
cheese.
About what? Cheese?
Cheese. I cut my finger chopping cheese, but I think that I may have greater problems.
Good.
Okay, what's yours?
Okay. Okay. Why did the bike fall over?
Why?
Because it was too tired. That's me clapping. It's not Jessica.
Okay.
Oh well. Okay, that was my joke. Don't be like the bike. Don't be too tired. Take breaks if you need to. What else?
Wait. Oh, I have something else to say before the closing. So if you guys are if you need to reach out to someone, then you can email us at, what is our email again?
Okay, hold on. Podcastination, podcastination123@gmail.com.
Yes, and you can email your concerns or your thoughts to us about this episode or just about anything. We will be happy to respond to you.
Yes, any feedback, any suggestions. All right. Anything else?
No.
I do. Get rid of beauty standards and the patriarchy. All right, goodbye, everyone. I almost said goodbye, chat. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening. Oh, wait. We have an Instagram. It is at Podcastination, the pod. We are still only on YouTube, not on Spotify. We have given up, so we're going to stop talking about that on the next episode. All right, that's it. Bye.
Bye.